Welcome back, everyone. Let's head on up here and see what happens when we see these magisters.
Hell no. You know what Raymond would do if he caught us?
Yeah. Guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. Stick with me, kid. I won't steer you wrong. Get yourself in check, boy. I won't have you running off like Millicent and Tully.
Maybe they're not
You'll just end up
hostile.
sliding down some Voidwoken's gross gullet, piece by piece.
Ugh.
The older-looking magister notices your presence. He wipes his grubby hands downward across his greaves, as if to wipe away the grime, but instead smears more dirt onto them.
Halt! What word do you bring?
We bring bad tidings. Dead magisters and dwarves at a wrecked caravan outside town.
His face goes pale, and his eyes open wide. The magister that greeted you remains stiff, as if enduring a harsh wind.
The Voidwoken come.
Hush, Fader. You may pass, traveller. Dare say he'll be aching to leave before long anyway. But before you do, find Raymond, the White Magister. He'll want to know what you've seen. Be quick, mind. He's set to sail any moment.
He nods his head in the direction of the bridge, but offers no other instructions.
Interesting. Medium strength potions, huh? Pricey. It's interesting that they're not hostile to us.
Stay put, you'll be safe.
Welcome to Driftwood.
Driftwood.
Them sorcerers
Okay.
from the caravan.
Been drinking up there, it looks
Maybe
like.
not to come back. And as long as there's no sorcerers, there's no Voidwoken.
The magister smiles, but he does not make eye.
Thank the Seven I've oldest to guide me in these times. He allows me to borrow a bit of courage from him when I need.
What has you so on edge?
It's only a matter of time, you know? Outside Driftwood, not even the sharpest blades can protect us from those things. Inside, a killer roams.
Oh, interesting.
One with a magister grudge, it seems. Our numbers dwindle. I'm hardly fit to protect. I only hope to survive.
Who's killing magisters?
I know they disappear without a sign. Magister Carver's looking into it, but it's been so long since we've talked, a dwarf could have grown 3 beards by now.
I like that
Farewell.
saying. Alright, so we've got a murder mystery too.
Are you sure?
Silent Watcher.
The silent monk's stitched lips. Are the
Oh,
color of the sea.
more of these creepy. Wave your hand in front of its eyes.
Happens. No.
Weird. Alright, so it's definitely the same magisters. It's definitely got Bishop Alexander nonsense going on. But they're friendly for now. Or at least not hostile. Okay, it's actually kind of nice and peaceful in here. Where do we go first?
I was here, I summoned my wolf right in the tavern.
Oh, really?
All hell broke loose. Good times. Good times.
Oh, man, I love Iffin.
They'll remember me.
Oh, they probably will remember you, dude. You probably blow up our spot. Ooh, a bookseller? Should we have saved all of our books? Oh, and what do we have down here?
Hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a fisher about you, I'll tell you that much.
Fish. Fish for sale. Do you like to buy my poisoned fish? Whoa, he's got a lot of gold. Do people just have way more gold now? Is that how this is going to work? Wow. Sure, I will take the 1 gold here. But I don't think we have much. Yeah, we'll do this too. Okay. He has a lot of gold compared to the merchants we've seen before. Magister Julian and Magister Raymond.
Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath.
The magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
Assume an air of levity and say you didn't realize you smell so bad. I'm going to courteously bid him good day.
You do not get to make that decision. That decision is mine. A good day? Let's talk about a good day. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods.
Sigh and state such cruelty is unworthy of a fellow human being.
We do cruel things unto others and unto ourselves because we must.
He licks his lips. Dry flesh turns wet.
This guy's a real charmer.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss.
Smirk and say you'd like to see him try.
His sliver of a smile could rival a rattler's.
I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side.
Yeah, but you haven't met us, buddy. Oh, level 12.
There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth. That is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
Okay, so we go with wits, persuasion, laugh and say you finally understand, but you're not a sorcerer. You seek to become a magister. Where can you sign up? How dare he suggest such a thing? Lady Dallas didn't seem to smell a current of filth last time you dined with her in Fort Joy. Or take a step closer and whisper he has a lot of nerve to accuse the best source hunter west of Arcs of being a sorcerer. I'm gonna go with memory. There we go.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. No doubt a trustee of Dallas is champing at the bit to see some action.
I always thought it was chomping at the bit.
Seems
But maybe I'm wrong.
peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One wouldn't think these drifting woods toss on dwarf-troubled waters, but they do.
All right, what are the dwarven troubles?
Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher.
Oh dear. We need more concrete information.
Of course. I must depart post-haste, but Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
What the? Did he do that?
Like I said,
Oh my gosh.
Julian is staying.
I am not actually inclined to do what this guy wants, but
And
I'll
with
listen.
that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up?
Oh man, I'm tempted to just like blow this guy off. But no, I'll play it cool.
How very heartwarming. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them. Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment
Well,
in their
that's
eager
helpful.
little faces. My signature will placate them without fail, I assure you. Adieu and good luck. The Lord Dread awaits. The use of the gallows I pass on to you. The time has come, my stitched-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Alright, so mastering the source. We met Raymond, a senior white magister. While suspicious of us, he asked us to work for him against local dwarven criminals.
7 curses upon that ship.
Oh, I should have watched to see the ship go. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, let's talk to you
The
then.
Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You, the so-called friend of Dallas. I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it.
Quit blubbering.
A man of stature wouldn't be moored on a dock with no one but
Fair.
dead fish for company. But here I am and here you are. So, to business. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong.
I did.
By the bishop's bones, you saw it? Out with it, man. What happened?
Well, the place was littered with dead magisters, sorcerers, and dwarves.
Dwarves? The pox on those bearded devils. Raymond, that old goat, always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove.
Why do you guys suspect the dwarves?
They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure. And hard workers, too. Half of them are their queen's spies. Her eyes, her ears, her poison-pouring hands. You know what Queen Justinia is like, surely. A tyrant and a master strategist to boot.
Alright, where do we start looking?
There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern. I suspect this man of being a spy for his queen.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working in behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you.
Alright.
In that case, go forth and let the hunt commence!
An encyclopedia for warfare. Okay. We'll go. Don't feel great at all about going after dwarves. Doesn't seem like we should be doing that at all. Cautionary pamphlet. Do not follow the light. There is no lighthouse in all of Driftwood and no friendly fire by which to sail. Midnight flames are a ruse organized by dwarven filth to lure you into their piratical trap. Trust me, I know from whence I talk. Magister Yvette. Interesting.
Not called for the junk you sell, then.
Junk? Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients.
What do we got here? Trader Ovis.
Vapid fiction, along with a large helping of ham.
Oh, the Magister's talking to him.
You're lucky to stand in a town protected by Magister Raymond's wisdom. Without him, the Voidwoken would have turned this slum into a charnel house. We pray he'd return soon.
Alright, she doesn't have anything.
My word, but you do look exhausted. I bet you could use a touch of...
Oh, could I?
Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Whew. Okay, what do we got?
Together, Bree.
So we've got arrow. Ooh, chain lightning.
You're safe among friends.
Oh, I want
Never
this.
forget it.
I want this badly. Look at that. A stunning bolt of lightning that forks up to 8 times in an 8-meter radius. So it's a little, does require a little bit of closeness, but still. Deals 51 to 56 air damage to each target. It's so good. Dazzling bolt, we have uncanny evasion. That's kind of cool. It's not even that expensive, and you can do it for anyone, right? Favorable wind. We've seen before, but I don't think we have it. Make 2 characters switch places. One of the characters can be you. Ooh. That's pretty interesting. Pressure spike. Condense all cloud surface in the area. Deals 24 to 26 air damage to enemies. Shocking touch. We don't actually have that. We've seen that before too. Teleportation we know. Hungry flower we got. Contamination, earthquake, fortify, mend metal. So all of these ones we've seen before. Peace of mind is pyro. Interesting. Target gains clear-minded, which increases strength, fitness, and intel by 3 and wits by 5. Removes a bunch of god things. Summon fire slug. That's cool. Fire whip. Okay, so these are a bunch of cool pyro things, which we don't really have. Spontaneous combustion. I think we saw that one before. And then polymorph. Bull horns. Cool. Chameleon, chicken claw, oily blob.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Medusa head. Snakes grow out of your head, giving you a petrifying aura and the petrifying visage skill.
You're safe among friends.
Man, that's cool.
Never forget it.
Skin graft. Reset all cooldowns. Remove burn. Whoa. Can only be used once per combat. Spider legs. Man, polymorph is like weird and cool. Swap surfaces and clouds. That's a nice wand, actually. Grant skill vaporize. A dwarven wand crafted from driftwood timber and bound with thongs of Arxian leather. Cool. I want chain lightning. And I think we can afford it. Do we have anything to sell? Not really. It's like, sure. But let's offer some gold.
Keeping it together, Bree.
I'm all right as long as.
Is that all the gold we have? Really?
You're safe among friends.
Oh
Never
shit.
forget it.
That's a bummer.
Smells worse over here.
I mean, okay, we
than a
have some
dozen
stuff we can
rotten
sell.
eggs
Let's do this
dropped in a
properly.
van.
Yep.
Let's do this properly, which means send a bunch of things
If I don't come
to
visiting,
Finn.
who will?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Like, whoa! Strange gem, 1100. How did we miss that? Some of these, I know we can use these talons for stuff, but there's this lab stuff. Didn't we pick up like a bunch of? Yeah, here. This will be good. Whoa, useless but pretty. Sell it. Pitcher. Okay, we got a plenty to sell. Silver cups. Old plate bucket. Wow. Just gonna get rid of that because I don't want it.
Keeping it together, Bree.
Bone dusts.
I'm all right
Log.
as long as I don't think about it too much.
I could sell a lot of this
You're
stuff
safe
too,
among
but
friends.
let's hold
Never
on to it.
forget
Cool. Anyone else have something worth just sending over while we're
Smells
here?
worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Nah. Okay.
Don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
If I don't come
Wait. As the Magister's eyes alight upon you, they widen until they are practically bulging out of their sockets. One tremulous finger rises from voluminous robes and points right at you. From her other hand dangles handcuffs.
Ifan Ben
Crap.
Mezd is our living breathe. I don't know how you got
Oh,
free, but
man.
I'll be back to the joy with you, and no mistake.
Let's try to get out of it. Look confused. Who?
Who could
Oops.
forget?
I just hit smile.
Best
Crap.
night's business the healer had in months. Now, come on. Back into a cage where you belong.
Let's try this. Finesse position. Wink and say you can see she wants to have you locked up all to herself. Oh.
Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Mezd.
Look confused.
One eye squints. The other bulges out even further, as if to compensate.
Oh, it's you, all right. It's definitely you.
Finesse didn't work. We could try strength.
Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Mezd.
Maybe the coin purse.
She considers your offer.
How much?
I mean, let's give her 100.
So much? You have to be hiding something.
Oh, come
And
on.
I'm sure Dallas will be well able to find out what that something is. Now, come on. Back into a cage where you belong.
We'll try strength.
Your little tricks won't work on me, Ben Mezd.
Maybe we could offer a different bribe.
The Magister grabs the coin
Oh.
and looks around shiftily, then turns back.
That was weird the way that played
Get
out.
out of here. And don't let me catch you again.
That was quite weird. Okay, but I will take it. All right.
For a return visit.
Yeah. Let's see what's for sale, and then we're going to do this. Offer all wares. Great. Now we can get chain lightning, and we'll end up with a little bit of extra gold, too. Which is great.
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
Wish him
Yep,
well. We will save, and then Los, you can learn this spell. So I'm excited about. And then, okay, what are we gonna swap around? We need more memory on her. Because we also have Steam Lance, but Steam Lance we can't use without 2 source points, so maybe we just drop that for now and throw this in. It does take source, which I don't think that was clear from the book, but it makes sense. It's like such a strong spell. And that's good. She has a really strong spell on her now. Because we haven't really used the Maddening Song. Whereas I think this will be super powerful. Let's swap these around. Cool. Yeah, like that. Great. Cool. Alright. And we managed to not go to jail, so that's great.
Good day to you.
Good day. Alright.
Calm as a cold
Silent
spring
Watcher.
held tight, this silent watcher stands tense before you. It seems to be waiting for something, but what is not clear.
Good day to you, sir. Hope the morning finds you well fed.
What do you sell? Oh, nothing. Wait,
I'm all right,
weird.
as long as I don't...
Oh, over here. Trader.
You're needing supplies? I'd stock up if I were you. It's madness out there. Never seen anything like it. Anything more?
Oh, what do we got here? Black Shroud. Okay, we already saw a bunch of these. Okay, so it's like kind of like this new area just has a whole bunch of new stuff available. Dominate Mind. Whoa, that's a cool spell. Door to Eternity. And then Arcane Stitch. So these ones like require source. Okay, you can tell. Fully restore target character's magic armor. I mean, that's kind of cool. Healing Ritual. Healing with each move. That's cool.
There's a lot of call for the junk you sell.
It's like a healing wave. Cryogenic stasis. They become immune to all damage and heal over time. That's a cool. That's kind of a cool spell. Man, alright, there's a lot of good stuff we can get. Global cooling. Blank air skill book. Interesting. How does that work? Do we have crafting stuff for that? We might. Grimoire. These are all scrolls for now, but we're probably going to learn how to make books. Man, there's so much. Look, we can make some bone dust. Cool. Man, this game is so deep. Okay. What's next? Where do we want to go? Who do we want to talk to? Is this a waypoint?
The carved figure is a resplendent sight in this ramshackle
It is.
village.
Place your palm against the elaborate mosaic.
Your touch creates a ripple across the mosaic as if it were water and not stone. A comforting warmth spreads through you, starting at your fingertips.
Okay, cool. So this can get you back to the boat. We're here.
Penny for a sick dog.
Beggar.
A glance at the dog's miserable face tells you it's sick, all right.
What's wrong with the dog?
What, my dog's doctor? Dog's sick. Go on, kiss a penny for a sick dog.
I'll give him the money.
Thank ye kindly. Any chance of another one?
What?
Penny for a sick dog and all that.
He just keeps... can you pet the dog?
Putty for a penny, you can sing him a love song and call him mother.
Alright, here's another gold.
Much obliged. Could I push you?
One more? How long does this go? Okay, here's another.
Cheers. Can I... You're very calm.
Alright, this is 5.
Nice. Could I...
Ad infinitarium. Alright. How about the dog?
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
What are you looking at? I'm sick here. Get lost.
What ails you?
Got a pain in the neck. Got a bad pain in the neck.
Lay your hand upon its neck.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat.
Slide your hand beneath its studded collar.
Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin.
Aww.
The dog bares its teeth at you and growls.
Tell the dog that you can heal its pain, but it must trust you.
The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you.
Turn the collar inside out.
The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel
nice.
okay. Thanks, man. think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude?
Who put the collar on you?
Master did.
Oh, God. Do you get it, buddy?
Huh? Wait a minute. Master hurted me? Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna go now. But first, I have a thing I need to do.
Yeah, you do.
He turns to his master.
You bad man, you!
Alright,
Penny
sure.
for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away.
Mention the dog's spiked collar. Tell him he's cruel.
God damn it. That was my livelihood. Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here.
I'm gonna tell people what you did.
You wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, yes. You would do that, wouldn't you? I couldn't prevail upon you to change your mind.
I don't want this guy's money, do I? Yeah, he's got like, what, 25 gold?
Go on then, get lost, you freeloader. I'm working it up.
Jerk.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped
Once
in a
this was
vat
a
of vinegar.
fishmonger's or a tackle
Then
shop.
don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
What is
More
this?
humans. Just what we need.
Okay, what do you
Well
sell,
met,
buddy?
friend. Interested in Driftwood's finest catch?
You look down at the cart and see fish with flaking scales, tumours, and, in one case, 3 heads.
Just browsing.
It's free to look. Just don't touch nothing unless you're going to make my purse jingle. Fair travels, friend.
It's all pointed, or, tainted. Gross. Just gross. Alright, and then over here we got, looks like an armory.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Another magistrate, oh no, watcher.
Wars are brewing, my friend, and I'll stand by your side. But prices will go up, even for one of our own. Buy now and buy often. Special prices for you, my friend. Gotta stick with your own in times of trouble, right? War is hell, my friend, but it's very
Ooh.
good for business. Good luck to you.
Ooh. Okay, a lot of gear. Which I'm never inclined to buy gear. I don't know if that's the right way to think about it. Like, because you also, my thinking is you get gear out in the wild, but of course you also get skill books out in the wild. Here we've got a bunch of things we've seen so far. Yeah. But then arrow spray. Fire 15 arrows in a 60-degree arc. Each arrow deals 23 to 20. That's pretty cool.
Then don't come over.
But we don't have the money right now.
If I don't come
Damn,
visit
is that
the town,
cool. It's
who
powerful.
will?
Alright.
Wouldn't you like to know?
5 gold pieces for a tomato. These bloody lizards are responsible for this. Sooner we wipe them out, the better.
Well, that's just extremely racist. But that appears to be the way this world works here. Shroud Crier.
News! Fresh from the war owl! Hear all about it!
Yeah, we'll spill it.
Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy?
Probably all of it. What about
Ain't
the
looking
war?
too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard. You remember what happened to the elves, don't you? Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death, Fog.
How about the bishop?
7 save us. Stabbed in the back he was by them vile,
Is that how it
low-born,
happened?
treacherous seekers. Kill them all, I say. Do them like Magister Raymond did old Lady Siva.
Oh,
That'll
interesting.
keep them traitors. I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the Divine is dead. Gone. Who'll save us now?
Want to hear more about the queen?
Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ha! Scourge, more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword, no sir. Had them all hung. Real slow like. You ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire. Queen or no queen.
A lot of opinion with the news here with this guy. Alright. Where do we go? This way? Here's the pub
Once
we heard
this
about.
was a tavern, or a hotel, or a brothel.
What do we got over here? Someone's playing. Oh, the kids.
Driftwood Fishworks.
Fishworks? Oh, it's
I don't
all
care if you tear
infected.
this place apart plank by plank. We will find him.
Find who?
You've been warned, Barnes. Now get out of my sight.
The Magister turns, and his eyes fall on you.
There's a sorcerer somewhere in this worm-ridden dump. Have you seen him? Grey cloak, grey beard, satchel of books.
He sounds like a sorcerer. I've not seen him.
Lucian's teeth. Where is that runt hiding? If you see anything suspicious, anything at all, report it immediately. Do you understand?
Sure, but why are you looking for him?
He's a sorcerer dressed as a tinkerer. Our brothers started vanishing as soon as the tramp arrived in town. He fled into this stinking shed, but we'll find him again. We'll have our justice.
The evidence doesn't seem very strong. You wonder if it'll stand up in court.
The Magister looks at you for a long, hard moment. He seems angry, puzzled, and amused in equal measure.
We have all the evidence we need. There will be no court of appeal for this sorcerer.
All right.
Now, I've got a coward to catch. Excuse me.
3 new journal updates. Oh boy. We should look out for tribal elves on Reaper's Coast. Law of Lohar's doings in Driftwood. Missing Magisters. Yeah, we could put an end to the investigation. They shall not pass. It's the Rage Bridge. Okay, oh, he was summoned to the Black Bull Tavern too, right? And he's got it. So we'll go to that tavern, but in a second.
If any of you see so much as
There's
a
so much
rat's
going on
hair out
here.
of place, you tell the Magisters.
Alright, we don't want to touch anything in here. What does Greb think?
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected
Ugh.
fish, gently poking its innards with his knife.
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh my, no, what do you want?
You recognize those incisions, the work of a healer or a scholar, not some fishmonger.
With a small grin, the dwarf glances between you and his handiwork.
He's trying to cure the fish?
Indeed I am. They can close our schools, but they can't take away what I've been taught. Besides, there's still so much to learn.
Well, what are you learning?
Plenty. These tainted fish are causing a lot of hardship. If I can understand what's happening to them, perhaps there'll be a way to reverse the effects.
How do we help?
Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish firsthand, if you understand me.
Yeah, we're gonna not touching the fish.
Well, on your way then. I need to concentrate.
I mean, I know we should, but come on. That can't be good. Presley?
The dwarf reaches into a barrel and pulls out a fish. His knife glides through the scales, crimson guts spilling out in its wake. The innards fall to the floor, landing in a pool of dark bile. You'd expect fish to smell, but these reek.
Tell him no one's gonna buy rotten fish.
Well, good thing you don't have my job, because then you'd be wrong, and
Huh.
you'd be poor. Boss has a buyer for nearly all our stock. A top price, too.
Who would buy such foul-looking fish?
He runs his knife through another fish and flicks the blade, sending a shower of guts to the ground.
I'd say your guess is as good as mine. Except I got the sense not to ask any questions. Now why don't you march on? I ain't been paid to wag me chin.
The dwarf turns back to his work, slicing and disemboweling fish after fish, as the blood and black bile mix and swirl around his boots.
Some markings on a nearby barrel catch your eye?
Looking at the barrel, you see that someone has scrawled Black House on it in paint. You cast your eyes around to see that every barrel headed to Arks has the same inscription.
Here, leave them barrels alone. I told you to take a hike, so scram.
Interesting. Okay. This is all like decaying. Come check it out, I guess. Man, this is like so bad. There's also nothing anywhere here. 16 gold. I will take it. Not above it. Not at all. We come in here already? Yep. Alright, what's up here? Oh, an office of some sort. Okay. Maybe there's something up here. Barnes.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and narrowed his waist. He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arks are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want?
What are the magisters looking for?
A murderer, or a sorcerer, or some other species of miscreant. Whichever it is, it has nothing to do with me, except that it's stopping me shipping my fish into Arks. Now, please.
Alright, who's buying all the bad fish?
That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect.
Constitution persuasion. Smile. Assure me you're completely trustworthy. Nice.
An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
What?
That dark shadow crosses his face once more. He shivers.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest.
I'd like to meet him.
Absolutely not. I don't give away sensitive information like that to anyone who just asks for it. And I don't keep it lying around, neither.
Oh, it sounds like it's lying around.
That really is enough now. I'm asking you to leave. Good day. If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place,
official looking documentation. Or how does this work? We've never really snuck to get something.
and you can get back to work.
Can she just like read it? Oh. Maybe she can talk
You
to
see
him.
a man, well...
You're still here.
Huh. Alright, we gotta find a way to get that documentation at some point. But maybe it's not right now. We'll have to distract him or something. Alright, that's a mystery for sure. Just gonna be a town full of mysteries. Got some stuff up here. We've got some houses down this way, and then looks like it's out of town. Alright, I think the next move is the tavern. Yeah, which is up here, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's take a break here, and then when we come back, we're gonna go into the tavern. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.